Lesson 3-10, multi-step equations, fractions, and decimals. So to remove all decimals in an equation, you're going to multiply every term by a power of 10. So it could be 10, it could be 100, it could be 1,000. It all depends on what is the most decimal places you have. So you'd multiply by that power of 10 to remove all possible decimals. Now, if you have fractions, to remove all fractions, you multiply every term by the least common denominator, or the least common multiple. Remember to use cross products if both sides include fractional exponents. So let's take a look at an example. I have $1.12C plus $2.06 equals $9.90. Here, if I want to get rid of all decimals, I'm going to multiply everything, since it has two decimal places, by 100. And when I do that, I'm now left 112C plus 206 equaling 990. Now from this point, all we need to do is get the C's by itself. So I'm going to subtract 206 on both sides. That leaves us with 112C equaling, this would be 784. And then the last step is divide by 112. And C is going to equal, and we're going to grab our calculator. We got 784 divided by 112. That gives us 7. Next problem, we have fractions. So I look at all the denominators, and our denominator is 2, 6, and 3. So the least common multiple, or least common denominator of all three numbers is 6. But the first thing I want to do is put everything as improper fractions. So this is 3/2 x plus 17/6 equals a negative, that would be 5/3. Now I can multiply everything by 6, and that would be 6 divided by 2 is 3. 3 times 3x is 9x. 6 divided by 6 is 1. 1 times 17 is 17. Equaling 6 divided by 3 is 2. 2 times -5 is -10. Now I have a much easier problem to solve. I subtract 17 on both sides. I'm left with 9x equaling a -27. Divide by 9 on both sides, and x is equal to -3. Next, I have -36 divided by n equaling, as an improper fraction, be 12/5. To solve this, I'm just going to use cross products, so it would be 12 times n is 12n, equaling 5 times 36. That would give us a -180. Now divide by 12 on both sides. N is going to equal, and let's grab our calculator, we have a -180. Divide that by 12, and we get -15. Next problem, we want to get rid of the fractions, so let's multiply everything by 15. So that's going to be 15 divided by 3 is 5. 5 times 2n is 10n. Plus 15 times 3 is 45. 15 divided by 5 is 3. 3 times n is 3n. Equaling 15n minus 75. So I just multiply 15 times n and 15 times 5. Now we can combine like terms. So now I have 7n plus 45 equaling 15n minus 75. So I'm going to subtract 7n on both sides and add 75 to both sides. This is going to give us 120 equaling 8n. To get n by itself, I divide by 8. And on our calculators, we got 120 divided by 8. And that's going to give us 15. Next, we have decimals. To get rid of the decimals, we see there's only one decimal place, so multiply everything by 10. That gives us 2x plus 14 minus 5x equals 22 minus 1x. Combine like terms on each side, so 2 minus 5x is negative 3x, so negative 3x plus 14, that's going to equal 22 minus x. Want the x's to one side, so I'm going to add x to both sides and subtract 14 on both sides. Negative 3 plus 1 is negative 2x, equaling 22 minus 14 is going to give us 8. Divided by negative 2, x is going to equal a negative 4. Next one, there's only one decimal place, so multiply everything by 10. That gives us a negative 15 plus 3r equals a negative 42. Add 15 to both sides. We get 3r equaling negative 42 plus 15. It's going to give us a negative 27. Divide by 3. R is going to equal a negative 9. Moving on, we have some fractions here. This one's going to be a negative 5/4, or negative 5 halves. So the common denominator of 8 and 2 is 8, so I can multiply everything by 8. That leaves us with m minus 8 divided by 2 is 4. 4 times negative 5 is negative 20. So m minus 20 equals a negative 32. Add 20 to both sides. We now have m equaling a negative 12. And our last one here, multiply, let's see, I'm first going to cross multiply. So this is going to give us 4.8 equaling a negative 0.3a. Now just know that everything is over 1, so that's why I had that 1 here. Now I can multiply everything by 10. That gives us 48 equaling negative 3a. Divide by negative 3 on both sides. A is going to equal a negative 16. And our last problem, cross multiplies, so that gives us 56 plus 24y equals a negative 4y. I'm going to subtract 24y on both sides, and I'm left with 56 equaling a negative 28y. Divide by negative 28 on both sides, and y is going to equal a negative 2. So that is our lesson on multi-step equations with fractions and decimals.